Hey everybody, WhySoWookie here. In this video, we're going to go through Pubg Update 14.2, all the patch notes, all the new additions to the game, of which there's quite a few this update, so let's jump right in. If you do enjoy the video, consider liking and subscribing to see more. The first new feature is the new Mortar Weapon. Once looted, it does take up a primary slot. It can only be deployed on flat surfaces, and it cannot be deployed on cement, iron, concrete, water, wooden floors, or inside buildings. So basically, it takes up one of your weapon slots, you place it down on the floor, and you can shoot mortar shells. It's pretty awesome, to be fair. It's going to be available in normal matches and custom matches. It's not going to be available in ranked for Season 14. And it spawns inside buildings just like normal weapons do. It doesn't spawn in supply crates or secret rooms though. And it can shoot between 121 to 700 meters, which is quite interesting because on console, I'm pretty sure the rendering distance for players is 600 meters. So I'm wondering if on console they might change that to just 121 to 600 meters. It's a weird one. I mean, the rendering distance could have updated since, I last looked at it, but, let me know in the comments if you have seen it's been updated or what you think they'll do with that. But yeah, the new mortar system looks really cool, but it does take up a weapon slot, so you're going to have to plan out what your other weapon's going to be, so you've got some kind of medium range and close range weapon, probably an M4 with a 3x, with a red dot in the bag if needed. But yeah, looking forward to using that. The next new weapon is the M79 Grenade Launcher. Our new M79 is a smoke grenade launcher that was created to provide quick smoke cover on longer ranges, blind your enemies, cover your down teammates, or make your grand escape from a losing battle. Now this weapon is really cool, and literally everybody should be carrying one providing you've seen one, because it only takes up the pistol slot. Which is pretty good. The only caveat is that you can't use it while you're the driver, which is fine, I suppose. It takes a new ammo type, 40mm smoke grenades. Once it hits an object that's more than 10 meters away, the projectile will release the first smoke effect, followed by a second one a few seconds later. So if you shoot it more than 10 meters away, you get like a double smoke. Once it hits an object that's less than 10 meters away, but fails to explode on impact, only the second smoke effect will be released after 3 seconds. So if you shoot it really close, you only get a single smoke. If you shoot it further away, you get a double. It's a weight of 14. The max stack size for the ammo is 5. And world spawns, it spawns in stacks of 1 to 3. Usually with the weapon, there's 2 to 3 with it as well. Again, this one's going to be available in normal mode and custom matches, but not available in ranked for now. And it's also not going to be available in training because they don't want it to, affect people trying to practice the long range shooting, because, there will be some trolls out there that will do that. Max firing range on that one's 400 meters. So, if you're in a 4-man squad, you've all got one of these, you've all got 4 or 5 shots plus normal smokes. It's going to be so good for getting across the fields. Or if the final ring's quite open, one team's on one side, you're on the other side, you can just shoot the smokes at them to blind them to try and get in. So that's going to add quite a lot of tactical options into your bag there, which is really good. The next feature is down but not out swimming. To improve the survivability of players inside water, we are now supporting down but not out swimming. Previously, a player who enters down but not out while in the water would skip down but not out and die instantly. This made any deep water hazardous area to traverse. Now a player will instead enter a swimming down but not out, a slow swimming state that gives the player a chance to reach the shore and be revived by teammates. Hopefully you'll feel more confident next time you get into a boat or swim across the river. So this is pretty cool. And there's some little things that are changed from the swimming. So down but not out players can swim at half of the normal speed. The air a player has in the lungs is not reset after entering down but not out, so a player who was drowning will continue to drown. A down but not out player is constantly losing HP. Combined with drowning, you will die within 10 seconds. Reviving underwater is possible, and any ongoing revive is cancelled when either player goes underwater or moves around too much. But you can revive in the water while swimming, you just can't go under the water and do it, which kind of makes sense. So that's going to be pretty good. You know, a couple of times we've been going across in boats, and you know, some lucky headshots took out a teammate, and they're just gone immediately. Whereas now you'll be able to flip the boat back round, use the boat as cover, jump out, heal them up, and then crack on with your journey, I suppose, which is pretty good. Next, they've done a bit of a world update, and they've added chickens. They're proud to introduce the chicken, a new creature that will hopefully amuse many players during the fierce combats in Tego. Chicken, what the heck, you might wonder? The answer to your question is left to your imagination. So basically, there's going to be these chickens that run around like absolute maniacs. They get startled by near enough everything. When they're calm, so I mean, it is going to be it's a good warning system, I suppose. So if you're in a town, you know there's chickens there, you sat still, the chickens are going to go into a calm state and be quiet. Now, the chicken will go into the fear state when it hears punching, footsteps, except prone, gunshots, engines of cars, and other chickens dying. It'll start running around making chicken noises. So if you're like, you know, camping in the top of a building, waiting for you guys to come back from combat BR, and all the chickens suddenly start going crazy, and you've not heard a car, you know there's probably guys in your town. So it's just a good warning system like that. And then obviously when the chickens die, they go, unfortunately. So yeah, a little thing there, kind of similar to the birds they added on Tego, where when you run through them, sometimes they go off in the trees, and you know, from a distance you can see the birds, and then you're like, oh, there's a player over in them woods, kind of thing. They seem to be doing more like world things like that, so I wonder what they'll do in the future. I suppose only time will tell. In arcade mode, they've made some changes to the market and the mountain spawn points for the team deathmatch to make them far more balanced, which is nice to see. They've made some changes to ranked mode. On Tego, adjusted the blue zone to better fit the 8x8 map. The following features are not supported: emergency landing, emergency pickups, combat BR, secret room, and aerospace. So I think in the last update for ranked, they did have the pickups and the combat BRs and stuff, so they're getting rid of that for ranked, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, they've also took away blue zone grenades as well. C4s, mortars, M79s, they'll not be supported either. On Paramo, secret rooms, Panzerfaust, and 8 scopes will no longer be supported either. They've also increased the blue zone phases on Paramo, so the match will then last 18 minutes opposed to 21 minutes, so it's a bit of a quicker ranked match on that one, which is good to see. Next, they've added the new Esports PGC 2021 tab, which gives you an overview of the competition. There's a breakdown of each of the different stages, and then there's an event as well. I'm really hoping they let us do the Pick'em challenge on console this time. The last two PCSs, they've not for whatever reason, but we've done them previously. I don't know why they keep not doing it on that, but you know, it's you have nowhere near as much interest when you can't participate. That's for sure. But we can only hope. I probably will watch the PGC just because it's like the world stage, even if it's not a Pick'em, but I still want the Pick'em. They've also changed the lobby background, so it's going away from the Halloween one to the PGC background, which is nice. They've made some UI and UX improvements, so when you first boot up Pubg, you're going to get a message about linking your account to the crafting. There's a little QR code and a unique code there, so you can do it nice and easy, which is pretty good. And they've also made some optimizations to the player profile overview, so you can easily see that. And then finally, they've added a lot of skins into the store. So there's the Singles Day skins, which is like this like dog hoodie and a Labrador, Dalmatian, and then a motorbike helmet, which is pretty cool. There's the PGC 2021 skins. I mean, the big long jacket is obviously cool. The little gold face mask thing is cool. There's even a P90 skin there with the girl on top of the car, which is nice. They've added some Godv skins. Obviously, a big streamer and professional PUBG player. The M4 especially is really nice. And then they're adding some Black Friday sale skins as well, which will be added onto the store around Black Friday. And that's it for PUBG Update 14.2. So there's quite a lot there. New stuff. The mortar and the grenade launcher are going to be pretty good. I think over time, if you're playing squads, the mortar will be good just to have one guy in it that can use that in your squad. The little pistol slot smoke grenade launcher, I think everybody in the squad will probably have one of them, which is pretty good. And the in the water, you know, swimming while you're downed kind of thing is just a good quality of life, so it's not just like insta-death. But yeah, good update. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, consider liking and subscribing to see more. Wookie out.